Okay, today we're going to be making an awning for a car camping setup, and this is all the things that you're going to need. So right here is an assortment of drill bits. We have obviously a drill, then we have some trailer pins. So I have 4 here, but my tarp actually only requires 3. We have the tarp, and then we have an extension pole. What you want to note about the extension pole is that it should be slightly longer than what your tarp is. So in this case here, this extension pole is between 4 and 12 feet, and my tarp is exactly 10 by 10. What you're then going to need is a way to attach the extension bar to your car. In this case here, I have these quick fist kind of grip clamps that are then attached to my roof rack with just a regular hose clamp, and then I spray painted them black so they blend in a bit better. Okay, before you do any drilling, what you're going to want to do is figure out where the bar needs to sit on the car so it doesn't impact, your hatch or anything like that. If you don't have a hatch, you can probably just go straight ahead with it. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, open the hatch. It'll give me an idea of when I put this bar up, how far back it can go before it touches the glass. Okay, as you can see, we have it pretty much where we need it to be. It's not touching the glass. The bar is on. I extended it out just to get an idea of where things are going to be. And so what we're likely going to do is drill one of the first holes right here, start the tarp here. That way then it covers completely over both doors. Okay, so what I've gone and done is wedge this in between the 2 blocks of my workbench. That way then I can get the drill bit through cleanly. If you don't have something like this, you could probably just use 2 blocks of wood and clamp them together with any type of clamp that you might have. Ratchet straps might also work if you don't have clamps. Why I bought this particular pole is because there's a nice little indent that allows the pole to go in cleanly and never rotate. So if your pole doesn't have that, just make sure that you're being aware of how it's lined up every time you drill through. That way then your holes aren't zigzagging around the pole and not lining up when you have it up on the car. The other thing to note with an extension pole is to make sure you extend it before you drill. That way then you don't drill through the pieces that are kind of sandwiched in there, okay? So this step might not be necessary, but I'm gonna start with a little bit of a pilot hole. That way then the bigger drill bit doesn't maybe roll off the pole. What I'm using right now is a 7/64 bit, and I'm just gonna go straight through. Okay, so after drilling the pilot hole, now I'm going to put in the actual hole. And that's it. At this point, if you have a file or a sander, maybe you want to take it over that and kind of get rid of any burrs that there might be. What I'm going to do next is move it down, and then I'm going to attach the tarp furthest piece through there with the pin, and then I'm going to just lay it out and see where the next one needs to go. And now what I'll do is just walk the tarp down, keeping it taut, and figure out where the next hole needs to be. Okay, so what I've gone and done is pulled the tarp tight. My tarp, it's actually a strap, not an actual grommet on the tarp. So I'm gonna pull the strap just a little bit, and then I'm just gonna drill the pilot hole. And there we go. Okay, now we'll drill the regular hole. Perfect. So I'm just going to attach this one in now. And then I'm just going to walk down the tarp some more and rinse and repeat. So I just walked the tarp down to the last one. Again, I have straps, not grommets directly attached. So I'm just going to get a little bit of a pilot hole going. And now we'll put this last one on. And there we go. We have the tarp attached to the one side. And here's what it looks like up on the car. So as you can see, it holds pretty firm. This end here does wobble a little bit, but rain usually isn't enough to knock it over. Heavy snow will. That is why I'm making another one. But what we'll do is we'll set it up on site and you can see what it actually looks like out in the real world. Okay, we're on site and ready to get this awning up for you. The one thing I did forget to say at the beginning and include as part of what you need would be these telescopic poles. They go on the opposite end of what's on the car, and that's what kind of holds it up. So what I'll do is I'll put it together and you can see the final product. And there you have it, an awning. A great little sunshade on the sunny days, a great little break from the rain on the rainy days, but it won't do much for you on the snowy ones. If you found this informational and you want to go ahead and make it yourself, be sure to leave a like. Also helps if you subscribe. On top of that, if you have any ideas on how to make it better or anything that you've done that you think is really cool, be sure to leave a comment. I'd love to read it. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are a heck of a lot smarter than me, so it's time that you share it. Anyways, I'm going to enjoy the view here in the shade. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.